Our must-haves are 5 of the essential tools that help us deliver and execute the Sharp experience.
The must-haves are really important because the Sharp experience is about seeing people, acknowledging people, being empathetic with people.
Greeting people with a smile, acknowledging them. I don't let anybody walk by me without saying hello. I really try. Whether they're team members or they're patients, I really try to take the time to say hello to them. And that immediately creates the culture that they're important. And people are important, and that's why we're here. We're here for them.
I think what's most important about the must-haves is how I use them to exemplify the Sharp experience. And what comes to mind is a lot of times in the morning when I'm walking from my office to the coffee cart, I'm interacting with a lot of people. That's patients, family members, colleagues, and the first thing I always do is smile. It's the universal sign of welcome. It's just a nice way to feel comfortable. It's easy to do.
Taking people where they're going is also important. So you can say, okay, go left, go right, and it's down at the end of the hall. But what does it mean if somebody actually takes a moment to escort you there?
When I first arrived to the site where I was having my interview, I arrived to the wrong building. And so I was really nervous. It was a very important interview for me, obviously. And this woman, when I went into the lobby, said, "Oh, you're actually supposed to be next door." And so she walked me out of the building, through the parking lot, to the next building. And that just in itself was so helpful because then I wasn't lost and I knew exactly where to go. But with her kindness, she was talking to me, she was asking me why I was there, and that just put me at so much ease.
Using keywords at key times is important, and it's also important that you are authentic, that you use something that's going to work for you, because everybody's different and you don't want it to seem robotic or canned.
The key phrase that I use myself that I find to be really effective is there anything else I can do before I go? I like to use this phrase with patients, with family members and colleagues. It just gives them a last moment to kind of think about what we've talked about, reflect, and ask me anything that they might need before I move on to do anything else.
I foster an attitude of gratitude by always saying thanks, no matter how small anything is. Because people don't really have to go out of their way to do something for you, and the fact that they're doing that is already what makes this culture and this place amazing.
And I think the gratitude piece comes in there as well, as appreciating their time if they are waiting, so thanking patients if they're waiting, thanking them also for entrusting us with their care. I mean, that's huge, right? It's for somebody to share their most intimate, personal things with you and be so vulnerable. And we want to be very grateful and act that way and show people that we truly care, that they made the decision to entrust us with their care.
It makes me feel amazing. It makes me feel like that's one of the reasons why I work here. Because the culture is a culture of collaboration, it's a culture of love, really.
And I also thank my staff that's helping me. You know, our staff, our teammates, often nurses go above and beyond for patients. And when we as physicians thank them or we notice that, it makes a huge difference.
Rounding relationships allows me the privilege to go into these spaces that I never would have had the opportunity to go to and understand what our workforce needs.
Rounding, you know, with patients and with team members, I think I can't give that enough emphasis. It's so important. And what does that mean? It's really making a connection with people and building relationships.
When we have strong relationships with one another, when we have strong relationships with our peers, with our leaders, that really connects us to the work that we do. It connects us to our patients. So at a human level, it's about connection. Regardless of what our role is, why we're here, we all need to be seen, valued, and heard. And so this is why I believe that these tools are so fundamental for who we are and the work that we do, because this work is about the human connection.